Jim Ratcliffe is wasting absolutely no time at Manchester United after plans have now been announced to regenerate the area around Media City and Old Trafford. Trafford Council has released the Trafford Wharfside Master Plan, which is a vision to regenerate all the area around Old Trafford. We're going to be getting new homes there, new businesses, new bars. It's going to be a massively redeveloped area and maybe the perfect setting for a new stadium. I'm going to run through everything that we've found out about these really, I'll be honest, quite exciting plans. How are we doing, everyone? To say this week has been an exciting one for United news is a bit of an understatement. Obviously, they waited until I was having surgery. Cheers, lads. But Ratcliffe's 25% takeover was made official. Then we've got the Dan Ashworth news from David Ornstein. He's our #1 choice for sporting director, and we're going aggressively after him. Then Jason Wilcox, Southampton sporting director. We're going after him as well as a technical director. And then on top of that, on Friday, there was an announcement from Trafford Council of a massive regeneration plan for Trafford Wharfside that might include 5,000 new homes and a complete regeneration of that whole area. What does that mean for Old Trafford? What does that mean for the new stadium? What I'm going to do in this video is run through these plans because I think this is massively, massively exciting. To say I've got a smile on my face from what INEOS have done so far really genuinely is a massive understatement. I think what we're seeing here is that it really was a bottleneck waiting for that official announcement to happen. Boom, as soon as that's happened, the floodgates have opened. I saw somebody on Twitter say it was like a tidal wave of competence, and that's what it feels like. But it really is exciting to see all these things being discussed. And what I want to do in this video is discuss these plans here from Trafford Council about regenerating the area around Media City and Old Trafford. I'm going to run through what the details are, what the blueprints are, what we can learn from it. Because I think what we can learn straight away is that Manchester, Trafford Council, they're going to be working directly with Manchester United in and around this new stadium. Now, will it mean a brand new stadium? Not necessarily, but it means that the surrounding area, and I'll run through this in a little bit more detail soon, but the surrounding area to the stadium, all of this is going to be undergoing a regeneration project at the exact same time where Manchester United Stadium is undergoing one. And it is a full redevelopment of the entire local area, both from a community perspective with new homes, but also with Manchester United and Old Trafford. This is what it says here. Exciting and ambitious plans to regenerate an area neighbouring Media City and surrounding Old Trafford are to be consulted. Trafford Wharfside Master Plan offers a vision for the Trafford Wharfside area as a key emerging neighbourhood over the next 15 years. And the people involved in it, major landowning partners, Peel, Manchester United and Salford City Council. Peel, I believe, were involved in the development of Media City, which has become a significantly important part of modern Manchester. BBC have moved up there. Media City is kind of, I suppose, a good blueprint of what could also follow, which is, I'm guessing, why Peel are involved. The plan has identified a number of potential development sites and will be used to set an overall strategy to guide future well-designed development in the area. The master plan places nature and landscape at the heart of its vision, celebrates a ship canal, Imperial War Museum, creates the opportunities for 5,000 new homes, connects Trafford Wharfside to the city centre, develops a high-quality setting for Manchester United as they develop their plans for a world-class football stadium. That's where Manchester United come into it. Now, I wonder, you can let me know what you think in the comments below, right? This is the overall area here. Obviously, then let's say where Old Trafford is, Media City's over there, and it has been, I think Manchester United, if you go to this one here, it's more of a split down. So if you were to look at this one here, it's been split into separate zones, which are written down here. Trafford Wharf, Heritage Quarter, Stadium District, Innovation Quarter, and Wharfside Heart. These 5 distinct areas here for redevelopment. They're all involved in that and split. This is where Manchester United's land ownership is, right? See Old Trafford there. I think United own the part of the container park. This part down here, which has always been part of the conversation. Could Manchester United build a brand new stadium right next to Old Trafford? The answer has always been yes. That's always been the case. But Manchester United have never really accelerated forward on any plans. The Glazers have Let's not speak about those fuckers anymore, man. Because what we are seeing here is a set of owners who genuinely have ambition. They talked about Manchester United as a community institution, and all of a sudden here. Now, these plans, right? This isn't just INEOS's brilliance whipping out a plan straight away, right? This has been in the works for some time, but the fact that it's now reached a point where it's going in front of the council is indicative that INEOS have taken over, that they are now giving their blessing to these conversations and these decisions, which of course will involve a heavy amount of investment. But isn't it an awesome idea to think that this is, if we're talking about legacy, right? Jim Ratcliffe, INEOS and legacy. I don't think there could be obviously a greater legacy than bringing Manchester United back to the top. We know that. But in terms of leaving something behind, like a physical blueprint, being the owner of Manchester United that spearheaded a complete local regeneration project, not only of Old Trafford, not only of a new stadium, but of the surrounding areas, to the point where it creates 5,000 new homes. Now, this is not going to be all funded by Manchester United in any way, shape or form. It's split into those distinct districts. And Manchester United will probably be involved solely in the stadium district. I mean, I would imagine so. But if if Trafford Council, if Manchester, if the UK government gets on board with this at the same time as we are developing this stadium, then it can be a grand project. And Manchester's already a fucking cool place, man. I love going out in Manchester. I'm not just saying that because I'm a United fan. Genuinely, I've been in Liverpool. Manchester's one of the best nights out. And now, I'm not just talking about from a night out perspective, not just talking about from a drink perspective, but that area deserves investment and has deserved investment and regeneration for a long, long time. And within the space of 1 week, less than a week, within the space of 4 days, we've now heard confirmation of Dan Ashworth and Man United aggressively going after him and Jason Wilcox. And no doubt next week we're going to be getting, I hope we're going to be getting, a sit-down interview, not me personally, that'd be nice, with Jim Ratcliffe, where he lays out INEOS's plans and ambitions in the short term, in the medium term, in the long term. In my opinion, this right here, whether it's a new Old Trafford, whether it's Old Trafford redeveloped and renovated, it's going to be part of a wider plan which involves the regeneration of that entire part of Manchester. And that is a huge project, an exciting project that could be part of seeing Manchester United step into the modern era. Because our facilities, once upon a time, were the best in the world. That area was the best, but it's not anymore. And it hasn't been for a long time, but it requires investment and it requires ambition and an actual desire to do it. Now, the fact that we've got Andy Burnham, Manchester Mayor, who's been speaking with Jim Ratcliffe. You've got Trafford Council, who have now released these plans. These conversations are happening. Everything seems to be, it's almost like we've waited such a long time for things to happen that we're all a bit shook that it's all happening at once. And honestly, I do find it quite funny, actually. The week where I've had major surgery this feels like the single busiest week, like major news-wise, that I can remember in a long, long time. But what do you make about these plans, right? So plans are going forward to be consulted by Trafford Council on a complete regeneration project of the entire area around Old Trafford. New homes, new businesses, new bars, new venues, new everything. And maybe that's going to be part of Manchester United building a brand new stadium in a brand new environment, or renovating Old Trafford. Either way, for the first time in a long time, ladies and gents, like, you know me, I'm quite a positive person, naturally. But what INEOS have done so far, they have followed through on everything that they said they would. And they really are only just getting started. I'm very excited to see what's coming up next. Do you think it'll be a new stadium? Do you think it'll be a renovated Old Trafford? That'll be the debate that still rumbles on for a while. But as part of that, it could well be a brand new, redeveloped part of Manchester in which that new stadium slots into. And that is very exciting.